Bush League Podcast. A show about nothing and everything.
Good day, boys.
Nice.
Nice.
That actually, it really helps a lot because like when I drag them in, it's almost exactly lined up.
You don't have then you don't have a lot of lining up to do.
When we first did this, I was hunting around like one track
I don't
was
want to
like
make anything easier for you. Nothing.
It's almost like you're the government.
Got some paperwork for you to fill out before you can start editing these tracks.
Oh my God.
You need to sign here. Sign here. Page 285. Initial here, 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 and here. And if you notice on page 388.
Oh man.
we have to get a registration every year to do a podcast.
You know what? We should make that up. We'd make millions. People just, you need a license for a podcast. $50. Okay.
Don't give the government ideas.
The government podcast.
The pod tax.
Is this where we're supposed to go into a lengthy discussion on net neutrality?
Oh, no. We don't touch that one. No,
it's really funny and people love it.
That's a bad, nasty hole to go down and we might never come back from.
That's what I call foreplay.
Right to the dirt web.
Some good net neutrality talk.
And all right, that solves that. And we've case closed.
Next topic, world peace. Wow.
You know what? I think World War would be simpler.
Oh, boys.
Yeah.
I think we're getting more jaded as we get older.
Hands down. Oh, just no.
Hands down what? Ayo.
Oh. Bum, bum, ba-dum.
That's funny.
Thought of you, Cameron, this week. Captain Mail Run. You'll like this.
Run.
You'll like this. So people listening will know, like I have, and I know you guys know, but like I have a problem with wrestling memorabilia.
Just a little.
So every once in a while, like you can get lucky. So Trish Stratus is now taking autograph requests off her site.
Yes, sir.
And it was like a really kept secret because a lot of people are trying to book these wrestlers for signings and stuff. And I thought, okay, well, instead of avoiding a line and everything, like I'll try the website out. It's her website. It's legit. And so I put a request in through the website. Got an email back that didn't really, you know how sometimes you get the generic.
Yeah, we've received your email and we will contact you. Yeah.
Whole month goes by. Mikhail, it's very routine. I drive Mikhail home every day after school. I just feel like this is something Cameron would have done in a fit of rage. Mikhail checks the mail like he does every day after school, and he says, "Hey, what's this?" and hands me this vanilla 8x10 size envelope, right? Yeah. And when he hands it to me, it's pretty stiff, and it's been folded over hard, right in half, and crammed in the mailbox.
Oh.
I open it.
The restraining
and it's my
order.
brand new ruined
restraining order.
To Tyson, Trish Stratus, XOX, ruined, destroyed. Big crease down the middle of it, folded right in half.
Wow.
Oh, that's bad.
Now, on a side note, she was nice enough to send me a signed 8x10.
Wow.
And the mailman, so I contacted Canada Post, and they're like, if you could contact the sender and tell them to file a complaint. And it's like, the sender is a celebrity and I cannot contact the sender. I didn't know the first contact got through. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I put it in a frame anyway and didn't put it up. And Amanda kind of just gave me the frown and from far away, you wouldn't tell. It's like, yeah, it's pretty rough. Like literally like folded it over sideways to cram it in the mailbox.
Ooh, that's bad.
And then I posted a picture in that group, Cam, and people were commenting like, ooh, like, well, did it say do not bend or did? And someone finally chimed in and said, hey, mailman here. Just to let you know, we're trained that if it feels like it has to be forced at all, don't bend it. It's probably that way for a reason. So your mailman was actually being a jerk. That was his comment.
You see,
all right, well, thanks for telling me.
I never delivered mail as in like to people's houses. I just did bulk mail. So it was just a van packed with boxes and these rubber. Oh, they almost were like a Rubbermaid tub, but I never touched actual mail.
Sorry, guys. I don't know why it's doing that.
Well,
It's technology. It's technology, boys. It's all about technology.
If we could tell ourselves in 2001 that we'd be doing this, we would still think this was pretty good.
True.
I'm just glad 100%. I'm just glad I can hear you, because last week my internet was like buffering everything really bad. And when I actually listened to the episode when you sent it, I was like, oh, that's what they were talking about. It was that bad.
Fair game.
Well, you were like extra quiet, and I kind of wondered if that was why.
I was missing like 45 seconds at a time. And then it would all shoot in one big garbled mess in my ears. I mean, oh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine the internet companies are probably getting quite a beating because of COVID. The whole buffering and it just must be they must be going crazy, the bandwidth.
Oh yeah. Yep. Everyone. Yeah, because they used to have slow periods during the day, and then with everybody home.
Then the kids would get home and it would go up, and then everybody else would get home around 5 or 6, and it would shoot and skyrocket then. But everybody's home all day, every day. It's just probably right to the roof.
That's another fascinating topic I'd like to talk about, but no one else would, so I'm not going to.
Oh, bring it on, big guy.
I don't see why we couldn't discuss this.
Just a completely dry episode about net neutrality and
move it over to the tech category.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Sorry, fans. Yeah.
It's like, tech? We have one of those? I didn't see that column. Here, I'll check it. We're in.
This is the Bush League podcast. We're going to discuss the bandwidth challenges that internet service providers face.
Well, someone's gotta.
And then we can get into the carbon footprint of all this bandwidth.
Oh my.
Oh
man.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
See, we can be intellectual if we wish.
I'd like to do like a fake intellectual. You know what I mean? Like kick into a whole rant about the carbon monoxide poisoning that 5G causes versus 4G's emissions output, and have a whole bunch of people just take it seriously, don't crack it all, and have a whole bunch of people like, I didn't know that polluted like that. I didn't. 5G is evil.
This is 5G's evil.
And when they start into 6G, it's going to ruin the ocean.
6G.
Wait till 7G. Holy Dians, the moon's going to stop spinning.
When are they going to stop making Cat 5 cable out of cats?
It's all the towers on the outside of the walls of the flat Earth.
Ooh.
I'm going to start the Flat Moon Society, even though you can see it's clearly not flat.
No, we can only see one side. What? Come on.
We only see it in 2 dimensions.
I think the Flat Earth Society got into it with Elon Musk on Twitter this week, I think.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Do tell.
Let's.
I feel there's not much to tell. He said something about, I can't remember what he said, but he made fun of the Flat Earth thing and said, then why isn't Mars flat? And the Flat Earth Society responded to him and said, well, the moon, or we can see Mars, and it's been established to be round. And that's all, as if it was like it was this big, massive burn on Elon Musk. And it's like, that we've left the atmosphere and saw the Earth too. It's really not.
We never thought to spin around and look at us.
They
The
just
Mars
can't.
rover.
They can't
Mars
live with
rover to
themselves
look
at
up and
that.
Take a picture.
Yeah, they can't live with themselves that lad that built his own rocket might have passed away for nothing.
That's true, eh?
He will not have died in vain.
The
boys.
things people believe.
Oh man, and like good
Not that there's
grief.
anything wrong with that.
What's the name of oh my word. The rover that just landed on Mars there,
Perseverance.
Perseverance, thank you. I saw like
Perspiration.
perspiration. Like
Man, oh man.
following the like NASA's Twitter account there, like every single post, first comment is like, you know, NASA has studios where these are made.
Yeah, the one the other night was how the sky was photoshopped.
Oh,
it was like-
there you go.
And I just said, like, I didn't comment, but I was having the moment of, yeah, no, they landed on a planet with no pollution and no ambient light at all. And you're questioning why they can see so many more stars than we can see with all our street lights and pollution
Exactly.
and smog. And yeah, no, it must be photoshopped.
Yeah. So narrow-minded. Like, to land that thing on a different planet, take everything you know about anything and forget it. Like, because, yeah, but what assumptions what educated guess can you make about being on Mars, a different planet made of different stuff with a different atmosphere at a different distance to the sun? Yeah, everything's the same. You know?
Wow, Jeremy, passionate. I like it.
We've been talking about at school a little bit lately because I'm teaching media studies this semester and stuff, but they've been getting into how we almost call it like death of the expert. You know what I mean? Like you've got all
Yeah.
these people online that they saw a YouTube video once and they think they know someone who's on their third doctorate. Like they know more than them.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's, you know, when I'm sick, I do go to a doctor. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't know why.
I go to a paleontologist.
Got a pain in my back. I'm going to go see my astrophysicist friend. Ask them for an opinion. Yeah, no, but it's I don't know. But some things I get. It's not like experts can't be wrong in some things, but like to question everything all the time. Like it's
Well, based on
It's exhausting.
everyone's always like, well, do your research. What research? With what tools? The internet?
There's no lies in the internet, Jeremy.
People's
Yeah, there's
idea of research is finding 5 people out of the billions of people online that are saying the same thing you are and calling that research.
I found 5 people that agree with me. I researched.
That's it. It's like, do your research. Like, that's you
That's
just
like that whole 8 out of 10 doctors agree. It's like, well, why do these other guys never agree?
We always talk about that, like over a toothbrush. 9 out of 10 dentists. Like what problem did the 10th dentist have with this toothbrush? Because like you're bragging that 9 out of 10 said it was okay, but I'm legitimately worried. Like, did he find some flaw that the other 9 didn't see? Like it's a toothbrush.
No. It's
plastic.
No, because the 10th one has stocks in the other company.
I'll show them Colgate stinking.
that's true.
Nothing okay, their toothbrush.
It's like this 10th guy, they went and they were like, we'd like you to endorse our toothbrush. And he fought them tooth and nail, like, no way will I stay my Sensodyne.
Why Sensodyne? What did they ever do to you?
I was just going to ask him that, but I didn't.
Oh, I don't know. I was just trying to think of a name.
Jeremy's got this deep rooted, like, that's still sensitive.
This stuff doesn't work.
Yeah. But it's just like to your point earlier about doing a whole show where we just talk about wacky things completely seriously is exactly why people believe stupid things.
Yeah.
It's
Because if you sound like you know you're well, here I'm gonna give you an example. I tell anybody that I work with, when you get on the phones for the very first time, because I work in technical support on the phone, and a first thing I always tell anybody, listen, you don't have to have all of the answers because you're not going to have all of the answers. But if you make them believe you know what you're talking about, they're going to believe you. They're like, wow, this guy knows what he's talking about. So I always tell them,
Man, he should be an acting coach.
yeah.
I said, seriously, let them think you know. No. I said, put them on hold and then panic and then ask the question.
Man, you are legit the George Costanza of our group. Jerry, it's not a lie if you believe it.
The sheeple will follow.
Cameron tells people every day he's a marine biologist.
The sea was angry that day, my friends.
Then another day he's an architect. He works for George Steinbrenner.
No, I work for Art Vandalay.
Vandalay Industries. Say Vandalay Industries.
And you want to be my latex sales. No, seriously.
Oh.
You just got to stay one step ahead of your customer. They're asking questions. As long as you're one step ahead of them, you still know more than they do at the moment.
Well, because you have that advantage with tech, right? You can very easily learn like 5 words that you just throw in there, and people will be like, "Oh yeah, okay, oh that's yeah."
It's true. Yep. You say the couple of words, and the work I do, and it's like, oh yeah, he knows what he's talking about. Yeah, I know about the mail server and the
Flux
DNS settings.
The flux capacitor.
Well, like when I was going back to college there and taking electronics technology, you tell people that, and then and you just learn after a while, right? It's like, oh, that's like so you can like fix things like electronics, like fix them. And you're just, yeah, sure.
No.
Yep. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
VCR repair, tube TV repair, that's it. That's what I'm doing.
Two-way ham radio.
Learn Morse code on day 1.
I need help.
We conduct electricity through our hands like Nikola Tesla, like on day 1.
Man,
Woo, there you go.
I love Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, man, that dude didn't get a fair shake.
I just love how bitter he was in the end.
Yet another topic no one will care about. But yes, he was ready. Oh no, running out of time.
What?
This meeting will end in 10 minutes.
Extend that call.
Talking?
Extend that call.
Upgrade.
Upgrades. Denied.
Oh my.
Seriously, like, could we have an episode that something doesn't go wrong? I think.
Well,
it's
to
like
be
our
fair,
thing.
welcome to the COVID era. We can't seem to. None of this happened when we were all in the same room.
Yes, it did. Just no one heard it because we were all sitting here grumbling at each other about it.
Oh, we only had one thing once, but yeah.
No.
Sorry, I haven't really been paying attention. I saw this job posting at NASA for a Photoshop specialist. Some mad skills, able to create dank memes. I've been
Able to create dank.
So I've been updating my resume this whole time.
Stonks.
Gary, that seems like an email you shouldn't click on.
Yeah, thinking that.
Yeah,
may wanna go
move
to
on.
the-
Move on to the Nigerian prince that needs help moving his money to Canada.
and he'll give you 100,000 if you help him move 50
If you help
million.
him move it. Yeah.
Oh man, now that
Sweet.
I work at like a bigger company when I started it was Atlantic company and now they're owned they got bought. It's like, international now and whatever. And anyway, so now we get these like phishing emails and it's so funny because every time we get them, then there's a barrage of IT emails be like, do not open this, so don't put your It like one of them one time was it was like send the gift card to
Yep.
and
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
right
The Walmart one, or yeah.
Amazon's usually the go-to.
yeah
Send an Amazon gift card. Yeah.
and sometimes the way they word the IT guys word the emails, I'm like, someone went and did it, didn't they? They went and got this gift card.
Oh yeah,
because it was just for someone.
they've gotten all kinds of calls, guaranteed.
Yeah,
They've gotten
100%.
some crazy. Yeah.
yeah.
I had one yesterday.
Did you?
Everybody gets them.
Oh yeah, there's a warrant out for my arrest because something's wrong with my social insurance number.
Really? You should just give that to them quickly.
Oh yeah, then they ask you. So there's a warrant out for my arrest. The fumbling that the person does on the other end of the phone when you say, "Why do you need my social insurance number? You have my social insurance number. You just told me there's a warrant out for my arrest."
Well, this explains the Trish Stratus thing. Obviously, the mailman knows about your passion for crime.
I'll show him.
There's a guy on YouTube. That's all he does is like he calls these scammers. Jeremy, you must have seen it, and he changes his voice to a little old lady's voice. He uses a voice, whatever you guys call it. You guys are the musical and sound people. I don't know what you call it. Just changes their name or their voice.
You gotta be musical to change your voice to sound like an old lady.
Anyway,
He uses
whatever.
the T-Pain app.
There's a technical. There's a technical name. I don't know. Anyway, he has like he takes over their computer, and as he's talking to them, he hacks into their computer and he's going through their files. And as they're talking, he's like, "So why do you need this information?" "Well, if you don't give it to us, we're gonna have to call the police and you're gonna go to jail." And he's going through the files and he like deletes like 10,000 files on this guy's computer. And you're watching the file count go down. It's just scrolling. And he's like, "Oh, but I don't understand." And he's like, "Well, again, ma'am, you need to give us this information. You need to give us your bank account information." "Oh," and he has it all set up like a fake bank account. And anyway, she goes, "Well, who's Fahid?" And he goes, "Who?" She goes, "I thought you said your name was Bob or something." He goes, "I don't know who Fahid is." She goes, "Well, it says Fahid here on your computer." And the guy goes, "What?" And he's like, "Do you see that in your computer?" And he opens a notepad and he starts typing on the notepad. And the guy goes, "Ma'am, what are you doing?"
Poor guy thinks he's in the Matrix now.
Well, and the guy's freaking out because all of a sudden he's like, "Where did my files go?" And the guy goes, "Well, 10,000
the white
of
rabbit."
He said 10,000 of your files have been deleted permanently. I need my files back. You shouldn't have tried to scam me. I'm not trying to scam you." Then the hacker like starts kind of laughing at him, eh? The other guy starts to cry. "I need my files back. You're going to wreck me. You're going to ruin me. I need all my files back." And he's like, "Too bad, buddy." You should see it. He goes on for like, I don't know, like an hour. He just totally jerks this guy around for an hour, deleting all of his files. And then
That might be worth me looking up.
Yeah.
"Oh, it's so worth it." And he's brutal. And he's like, "I want these files back." He doesn't make backups. He just takes 10,000 files and all the guy's pictures and audio and music and movies and anything just gone.
I almost sent you as a link to one the other day. It's worth you looking up on Facebook. They started a page during the pandemic.
Cool.
It's called Cart Narcs.
What?
As in shopping carts. They're shopping cart narcs. They've got uniforms. They've got bumper stickers that are magnets. It says, "I don't put my carts back like a jerk," and has a 1-800 number that they can call to get help to teach them how to put their carts back. And they'll slap it on the person's car. And they stay polite the whole man, the reaction of the people. And they're all putting a voice on, like they're very much talking like this the whole time. Like, "I'm Agent Smith, sir, and I'm with Cart Narcs." But they'll sit in the parking lot, man. All of them are the same, but they're all over the U.S. Like they've got an agent in Texas and an agent in California and an agent in Missouri and an agent. Like, it's hilarious. But they'll sit.
We
They'll
should
wait.
become members.
Oh, man. Honestly, because I watched it the other day. I watched one the other day, and I tried to take a picture of her truck, and I couldn't get it. And the thing was, it was one of those deals where I can see in your truck, there's no kids in the truck or anything like that. You loaded everything perfectly fine. You're perfectly capable. You didn't park near the front. You parked near the back. And literally 20 feet behind you is the cart corral. It's right there.
Yeah.
You can't put that cart back. That drives me nuts. But they go right after them, and like they will insist. They will absolutely insist. Like man, they won't back. Don't touch my car. I'll call the cops. Well, sir, I'm just trying to teach you not to be like a willy-nilly or a silly goose. Just put your cart back. Sir, with all due respect, you've been arguing with me for 10 minutes over your cart. You could have put the cart back by now, sir. And they just don't lay off. And like the guy will flip out, threaten to hit him, hop back on the truck, and he slaps the magnet right back on his truck.
Oh my goodness.
Does not. Oh yeah. But no, it's worth it.
That's
it's worth
awesome.
looking up.
Do you really think you'd want to do that in Texas where everybody has a gun?
He had a gun pulled on him.
No, yeah, I was going to say.
Man, you need to look these up. He had to call the cops and everything because a gun was pulled on him.
But like, I understand that mentality and everything, but can you just do some simple math for a second and be like, I'm out to get groceries. And like, yeah, no, I will shoot this guy on video and go to prison for the rest of my life because this guy asked me to put a shopping cart back.
That I should have put back.
Put back.
What happens if you take the shopping cart?
Let's not get the cart nerds into that.
I was trying to think of a way to transition into that somehow.
Wow.
I can honestly say I wasn't there, so that's all on you.
Statute of
Whenever
limitations.
something bad like that happened, you always said you weren't there.
Because I wasn't. Do you have proof that I was?
Oh, no.
That's right.
No, I don't.
Well,
Plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability.
There might actually be a pattern.
Jeremy, while I wait for you to come back, I just wanted to let you know you're a fine, upstanding young man. So is Gary. So is Tyson. This is why we are all friends. This commercial has been brought to you by Winfield Cigarettes.
So Tyson,
And we're back.
what's the chances?
Back again.
Tyson, what's the chances that everything is still working out of 0 to 0?
Push topics.
Is Reaper still working, guys?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Bush
Did I say
topics. What?
All right, so Bush topics. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Just itching.
Guys, there is a bunch this time.
Really?
Yeah.
So shocked.
Cameron, we just got a Facebook page going. Did you see that?
Oh my God. Guys, who are our sponsors?
Well, listen, I don't go on that often, and it's kind of tricky.
Oh my God.
All right, who do we
Good
got
point,
going
Cam.
on?
You sure showed us. All right.
I showed up. That's all that matters. Just showing up.
Oh man. All right. Let's go through these. Taylor.
I just saw that. I went, okay, that's pretty good.
Taylor wants to know which one of the four of us would be victorious in a fatal four-way match, no holds barred, that takes place in the deep jungles of Jamaica.
Cameron has home court advantage.
He does.
He does.
He does. That's where my mind went. If it wasn't in the... He gets the edge because we're in Jamaica.
Well, he's already cutting pine boughs down, so he's smoking us with those.
Oh, he's set up traps and everything.
But
That'd be worse than Gyprock.
that's right. However, on the other
Get out the bamboo.
in the other corner of the ring, Gary's got toenails, using them as brass knuckles.
True story.
Yeah.
And to be fair, since we've been talking about it, I've already re-injured myself and I'm on my way to the hospital. So there's,
So Tyson arrives in an ambulance.
Yeah. I was the Kevin Nash of Bush League Wrestling.
What do you mean was? Still are.
Out again.
The music hits. Ambulance comes flying out.
Oh, man, he made it to the ring this time.
Steps in the ring, falls into a heap.
Oh, man.
All right, so we're going to go with me.
Well, I'm glad we made a joke out of that one because it would be me. All right.
Not as injury prone as you are.
No. True story. Maddox asked tonight. So my youngest, Maddox, wants to know what everybody's favorite brand of toilet paper is.
Well,
Sherman.
that's a great question. You can tell a lot about a person by what brand of toilet paper they use.
I don't have a favorite brand. I have brands that I just don't buy.
Oh, you mean the ones that are sandpaper? I understand.
like the no-name toilet paper. If you want your finger to go through it, that's the stuff to buy.
That's only happened to you, Tyson, in the whole world. Just you.
Surprise!
I'm going to go with Kirkland. If I don't need a forklift to bring my toilet paper out, it's not good enough.
The one I don't mind the Charmin ones either. I don't mind Charmin.
No, Sherman's good. But Kirkland, I agree with Gary. Kirkland.
Oh,
Kirkland. I like Charmin, but Charmin's the type. It's at the grocery store. It's got to be on sale. If you can find Charmin on sale, it's going to be a good month. You load up your cart and you go.
It's going to be a comfortable month.
a comfortable month.
It's like you're sitting on a cloud.
Oh, man.
Did you say sitting?
How do you do it?
Sitting on a cloud.
You don't hook it up to a drill and
Wow. That went south quick.
Somehow
There you go,
there's
Maddox.
a bidet joke in here somewhere too, but
Yeah.
I actually, I guess, kind of counter to your point, Tyson. We get we get great value from Walmart, and it's not bad. It's not bad. You know?
No, but it's not bad because it's the same. Every once in a while, because they'll have the club deal on. If you go to Atlantic Grocer, the President's Choice one isn't bad either.
Yeah.
But it's one of those deals like I get the President's Choice one. But if Charmin's on sale, it's coming home with me.
Right.
And if Charmin's not on sale, I get the President's Choice one.
Yep. Well, yeah. No, and like, yeah, you know, like you
I feel like there's a brand that I don't know the name of it that's like below no name. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure. No, I work in a government building, and I'm pretty sure that's what they buy.
Yep.
Because
I was just going to say.
it's the recycled stuff that's a little off-white.
It's almost like a brown already.
rolled up corrugated cardboard.
Oh yeah, no, it either disintegrates when it gets wet, or you just paper cut yourself. One or the other. There is no in between.
Wow.
You can hear the screams all the way up the hallway of the high school.
Man, if there's another Saw movie, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to play
a game.
Big roll of toilet paper. Like says no name on it.
How long before you'll have to go? All right. Well, there you go, Mad.
Good one. Good question. That's a good one.
Good one. Agreed. Good. Very good.
Linda wants to know what is our favorite song ever and how has it impacted our life? I feel like this took a very serious turn.
None of us like music.
Well, that's true on one out of the four. There's always have one guy, right?
Gosh. Like there's the funny answer and there's the real answer.
Well, Freebird all the way, baby.
Freebird.
What?
Freebird.
You can pick one song ever, and you're gonna listen to Freebird.
Cameron is the man who introduced me to Freebird.
Cameron is the man that introduced me to Freebird.
Cameron introduced me to the presidents of the United States of America.
Oh, moving through the country.
Yep. I just remember you used to listen to that when you lived with Gary all the time.
That's all I had for music.
Why? He sat alone on a big park bench.
So
Yeah.
did learning where peaches come from impact your life, Cameron?
Well, they were put there by a man.
In the factory downtown. I don't know how to answer that one.
Yeah, that's
Stacy's mom. Stacy's mom.
Favorite song ever.
Stacy's mom.
Stairway to heaven. Throw it out there.
Yeah.
Weird Al's Amish Paradise.
I don't know. Like trying to pick a favorite song is like trying to count all of the galaxies in the universe.
Yeah, like there's no way you could. It's like when someone comes to you and says like, "Who's your favorite wrestler?" It's kind of like, well, you can't pick one.
Yeah.
You have different. You know, different songs, different bands, different genres. Like that's a pretty broad spectrum.
And there's different points in your life where you have different favorite songs for different, things. And
for some of us, it may change daily or weekly.
yeah.
Well, I've changed over time, but I've never stopped liking any of the stuff I used to like. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes.
My tastes have grown, but my tastes haven't changed in that, like, I still like Fozzy. You know what I mean? Way back. I still like MXPX and I still like all, but my tastes have changed to like Lord Huron, and
Yeah.
I've been listening to the Monkees again a little bit. But like the songs that people don't know the Monkees did, like Me and Magdalena and stuff like that. But I've never lost the old stuff. Like I still love Rush and Dream Theater and Fozzy, and yeah.
Well, yeah, I was gonna go down the obvious road here. We already talked about Alvaro in the previous episode, but like, so he had, I think the songs that he listened to where he actually showed me Dream Theater, they were songs from Awake, but I can't remember which songs, if it was the whole album he had. But if you're talking about impact on your life, I mean, as much as music has had an impact, I mean, that, hearing that kind of pushed me to like, learn more and play more guitar and like be like, oh, how do you do that? And like, what do you do to do that? And like, so I can't even, it's still a cop out because I can't pick a song, but I remember it was that album and it definitely like set me on a trajectory of like, like how I would want to play like forever beyond that moment. So I guess that's the best way I could answer that.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That's well said, Jay.
Thank you. Yeah, Gary, like I don't even man, like you were like the mixtape man. Like you
I was just going to say the one person in my life going way back to when I started playing bass and started jamming with you guys, and the biggest musical influence on my life was Gary.
Yeah, well, like I would
No
say
pressure,
there
Gary.
was a time MXPX was
MXPX.
your favorite
MXPX,
band.
Man, I don't know if I would be playing bass today if it wasn't for MXPX and Gary introducing me. Just when I got caught up on an MXPX album, he had the new one that I didn't know was released yet. And there was more songs to try to learn.
Yeah.
So
I think for a while when Jay started playing guitar, I would basically come home with a new album every weekend. And Jay would basically learn the album over the weekend before I went back to university.
Yeah, we would work on it. We'd try to figure it out. But
honestly, there was no like cheating YouTube videos back then. You put
Nope.
the CD in and you played it over and over again until you got it and figured it out.
No, that was the thing. And then like when Napster came out, you could see a video of, well, and there wasn't even a whole lot of content that was on there in the beginning.
No.
But, you could see people playing stuff. And you kind of be like, oh, that's what they're doing? Like to get that sound, which is really funny to imagine now. But yeah, there was a lot of mystery to it. You just hear, you'd only have sound to go by. And you're like, I don't even know how they're doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. That's a big
Related question. Amanda asked, what was your favorite concert you have ever been to? And do you have a bucket list concert you still haven't been to that you just need to see someone in person?
Well,
I have been to one concert in my life.
Easy answer then.
yep. So who was
Well,
it?
technically, I wasn't. Well,
Who was
I
that,
didn't
Cam?
Paid. I didn't.
Was it
pay to
us?
get-
Was it us?
Was it Friday Night Youth
didn't-
at Boom Road?
yeah, that's pretty much probably what it would have been because I never paid to go to a concert. I was never to a concert. I was near a concert in the same vicinity.
I was near.
I was near.
That's awesome.
Were you ever?
was-
were
It
you
was
ever
Bryan
in a?
Adams, baby.
Really?
The wrestler? Like Chronic?
No. I was in Shediac back in the early 90s.
Oh,
That is not a bad concert, actually.
You've
So,
seen
well, you
Bryan
can hear
Adams
it.
too?
What's that?
No, I was my cousin went to it and we were staying at a cottage
gotcha.
there
Yeah.
at the beach and we followed him to watch it and he rushed the, him and 5 or 6 other people, they were looking, there was like a little fence there and they were talking about running it and the security guard kind of looked at them. He goes, listen, boys, you really think I'm just going to let you just run through here? He goes, I'll make you a deal. He said, I'm going to walk down here and I'm going to give you 10 seconds. He said, if you can get from here into the concert, you're good. We're like, what? So sure enough,
that is
the guy-
one board security guard.
Well, no, the guy walked away, and my cousin was my older cousin at the time, and he said he just kind of looked, and him and his girlfriend and 4 other guys decided, well, challenge accepted.
Yeah.
So they got through the first fence and then the second fence. And then when they kind of got into where the crowd was, all of a sudden there were like security guards coming out from behind buildings. And like, it was a total setup, but my cousin did make it.
Well,
Wow.
But yeah,
I
that
just
was on the
like,
concert.
I just can't imagine. I don't know,
Me
man.
at a
I have a hard, yeah, I have a weird time picturing you at a concert. Like, I don't really picture you up, smushed against the front rail going, it was the summer of 69. But maybe I can. I don't know.
tell me, have you ever really?
Yeah. As everybody has found out, I am the least musical person of us all.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can pick a concert either. I'm not gonna lie. It was either Dream Theater, or Dream Theater, or Rush.
yeah, I thought you were going to say Rush.
Man, okay. So Rush was phenomenal, and I'm so glad I went. And the song list was just. I said to someone outside, actually, like James Butler, complete fluke is outside getting in line too. We didn't know each other was going, and our seats were only a few seats away, and he had already seen them a couple of days before on that tour and drove to see them again. And like even the song list that night, he said, "What's the one song that you're hoping they play tonight that's random?" I said, "Oh, Subdivisions." I answered him right away, hands down. I hope they do Subdivisions. So like the jerk, he knew they opened with Subdivisions, and he turned around in his seat and pointed at me. He's like, "Yeah!" Like they're playing Subdivisions. Since I never got Glass Prison from Dream Theater, I at least got Subdivisions from Rush. But man, it's funny because I didn't know with Dream Theater what I thought of the Astonishing album, but man, the concert was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed myself that night. Like it was quite the operation. Like they treated it like a play.
Yeah.
And they gave you the billing, and they said like we could actually sit down.
Well, and it was a more intimate. It was in a theater, right?
It was just anyway.
But like to your point, it was the first time I saw them, which was at Le Colisée in Quebec City, and that was like the first big concert I'd ever been to. And I just remember because they kicked that one off with Root of All Evil.
Yep.
So it has that long build up with the drums kind of blasting off in the distance there. And when they hit like that first riff, it just felt like an oil tanker sailed out of the PA and landed on my head. That's what it felt like. Like it's the only way I can describe it. Like an entire oil tanker just lands on your eardrums. And like, I just like was in awe of just like how big and huge it was. And so that's probably has to be a favorite for that reason. Not to mention there's a whole thing we could go down with getting there 6 hours early.
Oh man, yeah. Maybe that's for another day.
No one would really care because it's kind of like a story that you weren't there. Who cares? But like, that was definitely that probably has to be the favorite.
That first one.
Yeah, I would say. But you're right. The astonishing one, where, like you said, that because it was in a theater.
I was just so impressed. That was
also amazing. But
yeah, and only Phil could pay that much for a ticket and end up in the sound booth working. I'm just
saying. he was hovering pretty hard.
He was over there, and then we look over. It's like, is he come? Where is he? He's in the sound booth. He's full on in the sound booth. He's talked his way into the sound booth.
Buddy was showing
that was
the
amazing.
Input list, I think.
Yeah, which was pretty cool. To be fair, it was pretty stinking cool.
Yeah.
Because they had quite the setup.
But I would say,
what about you, Gary?
I would say Gary's probably been to more concerts than all of us.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
Been to all those Dream Theater ones. I've seen.
Oh, I know what your favorite
Frenzy,
is.
MXPX.
2003, Sum 41.
With Alvaro.
Oh man! He's back again. The night he almost got me killed. Yeah. Yeah, he took that mosh pit some seriously. Holy cow. Man.
The last concert I went to was Michael Bublé. That was surprisingly fun.
I get that, man. I'm at a point in my life. Seeing Michael Bublé live, honest to goodness, would be amazing. Like that guy is like so talented.
It's the full-on band and everything, like the 28-piece band.
Oh yeah, I'm not judging you on that.
I'm with you, man. That'd be cool.
That was pretty cool. But for favorite, I think I'd have to go with Opeth.
Oh yeah. I forgot you saw Opeth.
Wow.
It was very different than Dream Theater. There was like zero production value to it, no videos, images, or anything. It was just them up there playing. But it was like so good.
Yeah. What year was that?
Oh, I don't remember. It was after Heritage came out.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering what album. But
yeah, they played a lot of what was the one before Heritage? The one you had?
Blackwater Park?
No, the Ghost of Perdition.
Oh, Ghost of Perdition. Yeah.
Yeah, they played a lot from that album at that concert.
Yeah.
And Heritage was the new album.
Also, that would have been mid 2000s, like mid to late. I think. Anyway.
Would have been 2010s, probably.
Oh, it was later than that. Okay.
Yeah. So we moved into the mini home in 2008, and we were living there. So it was probably 2010-ish.
Man, that's cool. Yeah, because they're again a different cup of tea, like 9 to 12 minute long songs.
Yeah,
like
and they're so beyond the music. They're just so entertaining. He mentioned being hungry at one point in the concert, and it was at the casino in Moncton. So somebody from the crowd left the concert and went over to McDonald's because he mentioned seeing McDonald's and came back with a burger. And there's actually video of it on YouTube if you look it up. And made his way to the front and gave him the burger. So the Michael just like stops playing, grabs the burger. He's like, oh. And then like he just sits down to eat. And the rest of the band just starts jamming this little tune out.
That's pretty awesome.
That's amazing.
Oh, man. That's cool. We've been to some doozies. There's some honorable mentions in there for sure. But the second part of that is there anyone on a bucket list that we have not seen?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I've got a couple.
I got Metallica.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
I feel like, yeah, because I haven't been either, but I feel like that's a staple of you saw Metallica live.
Did they
you know what I mean?
still tour?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I know, like, obviously not in the last year, but like, I can't even remember if they were. Okay.
Listen, Jay, the Rolling Stones are still going, so.
Man, there's some honorable mentions. I'm looking back now, not bucket list, but like U2 is U2, but they were phenomenal live. That concert was insane.
Oh, yeah.
And Arcade Fire was insane live. And there's a couple of different.
I would say, I would say bucket list number one would be Foo Fighters. Never
Foo Fighters.
Never saw them live. That'd be amazing.
Same. Foo Fighters makes my list.
Coldplay.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Gary, to counter your Coldplay,
It goes to that U2 type thing.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I want to see Muse live.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Muse. I'd like to see Radiohead, and I'd like to see Foo Fighters.
Yeah, you
That's
you almost have to have a caveat of like bucket list that's possible or impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of how many bands are still together that I'd want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, really, eh?
All right, guys, there's a few more here,
Yeah.
and they're
Carry on.
good.
Okay.
Nathan wants to know if you could build a themed hotel, what would the theme be and what would the rooms look like?
That is such a good question.
That's an awesome
That's a
question.
great question.
It's actually really good.
I'd build a Doctor Who themed hotel.
That's not what I was going to guess.
Really?
Yeah.
You thought I was going to build a wrestling hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going with Doctor Who because, I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever even seen an episode of Doctor Who, but all the wait staff would be ood. They'd be the aliens. They speak through the ball they carry around in their hand. And you don't got to tip them because they don't use currency.
Wow.
Cameron, Formula One hotel?
With
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
Okay,
Like an
moving
Arabian-
on. That's
I'd
great.
be like I'd be like an Arabian Night kind of deal, desert, you know, the whole.
What?
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, my chest hurts.
Okay. We've all known each other a long time. First time I've
Racing,
heard
wrestling,
Cameron's
music.
fascination with the
I'd be
Middle East.
Arabian Nights.
Well, how cool would it be? Everybody dressed up in the, you know, the old outfits there.
The old outfits.
The old outfits.
Oh,
keep going,
Yeah,
Cameron.
what do
Keep
you
going.
mean?
Have the Casbah.
oh, wow.
What are those smoking things called? The big thing in the middle of the table?
You mean a bomb?
A hookah.
A hookah. Yeah.
A hookah.
Katie, if you're listening to this, can you please post on the page if you've ever heard Cameron talk about his love of the Arabian desert? Man, you think you know a guy and he pulls out something like that?
You think you know it?
You almost sounded all insulted. You think you know a guy?
Oh no, definitely not insulted. I'm just kind of like, you know, it's like you're just
Worried?
the biggest man of mystery in this whole podcast, man.
Wow.
So an Arabian.
I was thinking Jamaican themed, but he's
Sorry.
known for.
If we're going off of North America, that's where I would have assumed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Jeremy, guitars?
Yeah, it would have to be that, where every room had like a live band in it if you wanted. You probably don't want that while you're sleeping, but you'd have a live band.
I was just gonna say.
And you'd have you could go down to the lobby and there'd be like a handful of like high-end guitars from each manufacturer there, so you could just play whichever one you wanted. I think.
Man, the Hall of Fame's like that now, eh?
What do you mean?
There's jam rooms and everything, and you never know who's going to be in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And then like bands that come to town. I heard the director of the Hall of Fame talking about like bands will book it for a whole evening. So they'll close it down a couple days early. Like he closed it down a couple hours early one time because Metallica and their family booked the Hall of Fame for themselves. And they had dinner in there and everything and were walking around so they could have some privacy looking at all. And he said like they walk upstairs and like Kirk Hammett's jamming with some of their staff.
What?
And it's like the staff's losing their mind because they're jamming with Hammett upstairs.
Wow.
Yeah, because they just have rooms set up for you to go in and jam and stuff now. And they always have live acts out front and everything. But it's not a hotel.
Yeah.
That'd be the next step up. Can you imagine getting to stay upstairs?
Well, there you go.
And you just walk downstairs and never know who's there. That'd be amazing.
Let's just put an addition on the Hall of Fame, and there's my hotel.
Oh, never mind. We'll just move in.
Yeah.
We'll hide behind the Jimi Hendrix display and wait for the lights to go out, and then we can come out. What about you, Gary?
I'm thinking DIY themed.
Oh,
Okay,
great.
come on, Jeremy. You didn't see that one coming.
No,
I
Gary's
definitely
got
didn't.
a Ty Pennington themed hotel here.
They're just like,
Yeah, you show up, you got to build your own room.
Make your own meals.
Oh, we could go, and be a family thing. You could have like Minecraft theme ones where you got to build your Minecraft style room,
there you go.
Oh, well, there.
Tetris style.
Make a giant oversized
straight HD
TV for flooding your backyard rink.
Yeah.
Don't leave
Wow.
it running overnight. You might flood the.
That's amazing. Gary's hotel, you build your room.
You just show up. All the tools are laying there. Well, so what's this? Start building.
Yeah, startup cost.
The weather's
Startup
a little
cost.
dicey.
Startup cost of my hotel is next to nothing. I'm just going to buy some sheets of plywood and some screws.
Buy some land, no building. Just like, all right, guys.
The concrete slab. You stay for a few days, you build it up. I tear it down. The next group comes. Sounds like a perfect business model.
If you
Wow.
if you don't check out on time, Gary just starts disassembling the entire room around you.
Yeah. Wow.
Home Depot would love that place. Welcome to the Home Depot
Well.
Hotel.
Okay, we have two left here.
All right.
Angela wants to know if us four were the Golden Girls.
Oh my gosh.
Who would we each be?
Picture it. Sicily.
Oh,
Jay, you're the expert here.
Well, Tyson also is pretty up on this. Tyson, I'm afraid, man, like, don't you have to be B. Arthur?
listen,
Or Dorothy,
I'm
I
at the
should say.
point where
What?
I'm just gonna embrace it.
He's Blanche, isn't he?
Well, here's the thing. Like, part of me back in the day would have loved to have been Blanche. But in reality, I am completely aware of I am not Blanche. I am Dorothy.
Yeah.
I can't pull off a Rue McClanahan. I'm B. Arthur. I'm Dorothy.
Gary, you're the flashiest
Now
one.
you three can fight amongst yourselves.
Yeah,
Well,
Gary,
we know who Cameron's going to be.
Gary, I
Yeah,
nominate.
There's no question about that.
Yeah, no, it's kind of clear to me. I think Tyson is Dorothy. Gary, I think you're actually Blanche.
Yeah.
And Cameron is Sophia, and I'm Rose.
There, we've established.
Yeah.
No
Established.
argument for me.
Established dominance.
Yeah. And if I don't know if you have an argument to that, you should post it. We can argue about it. But I think that's.
But I mean, good luck with that because Jeremy is always referring to what happened back in St. Olaf.
Geflufen.
And Phil, this isn't really a question. He just thinks there should be definitely a segment on the burger that Brian got at Wendy's in Fredericton.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about it before.
Posted
Did
the
we
picture.
talk about it
I'm
before?
pretty sure.
Yeah. I think Ashley sent in the picture too.
Oh,
She did.
that's what I'm thinking of.
Ashley sent in a picture of the burger.
Yep.
The 12 patty. I have no idea what
Behemoth.
episode that was.
That was a long time ago.
Long enough ago that I don't remember what episode it was.
No, you know
That
what?
could have been last week.
It might not be that we talked about it. Well, Ashley wouldn't have posted that picture unless we talked about it. So yeah.
Unless we talked about it.
13 McDoubles,
Just to catch
sir.
people up. Just to catch people up in case they're wondering. Wendy's used to have this thing where for an extra 99 cents, you could add a patty. And I don't know if they thought that one through or they did think that one through, but Brian essentially just, like adding having 4 patties was a grand slam. Brian added 12. So there you go. 12 patty burger. The picture's on our page somewhere. No, he did not finish the burger. Between the grease and the weight of the burger itself, it looked like he didn't have a bottom to his bun anymore. It just,
Melted
gosh,
away.
it was gross. Yeah, it might as well have melted away and then under the weight of it, squashed it and like, ugh. Yeah. Yeah. What was hilarious and funny, and all the staff came out to watch go down, within 5 minutes was like, ugh. Yeah. So there it is. Yeah. Man, oh man. That picture's on there somewhere. I know it is, but
Yeah.
yeah. But we went through the whole cycle, guys, there. We batted through the whole cycle for Bush League topics.
Wow. Good job.
With a few minutes to spare there. So
Yeah, we didn't do too bad.
no, I don't think we did.
The Golden Girls. That was a good one, though. We all kind of knew the answers, though.
I can't believe we came to an agreement that quick on the Golden Girls.
Well,
Yeah.
It'd almost be like if someone said out of the 4 horsemen, what are you guys? Like, who is who? That's not that actually hard either.
No, exactly, Cameron. You're J.J. Dillon.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Are you?
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
was just
okay with
trying to
JJ.
I want to be Tully.
I'd be Oli. We're
Half the
talking
listeners
original.
don't know who we're talking about. They don't know.
That's great.
No idea.
Gary's Tully.
No clue.
100% Gary's Tully.
No, Gary's Barry
Arn.
Windham.
Oh, what about Arn? Gary's got
None
that
of us
mean,
are Arn.
Gary's got that mean streak in him.
Gary's Ric Flair, if we're being real. I'm like, woo!
He's slapping us in the chest and going, woo!
You're going to remember my name. Yeah. No, Gary. But on that note, we could...
Never got you back for that.
what were you going to do?
Trust me, the words I said to him that made him stop, he stopped pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm in that club too. I've seen that look on Cameron's face. It's like, oh, joke's over.
If you watch the video, you see Gary kind of stand up and go, okay.
Moving along.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh
don't
guys, it was nice talking to you and stuff tonight.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah.
This,
It's getting harder and harder with schedules and COVID and everything else, but
I feel like
Well, that's not going to change.
we just get started somehow. Anyway.
well, the 3 minute countdown on our clock here would determine that is a lot.
Yes. Oh, you can see that too. I thought it was just me that could see that.
No.
Okay. Hey, we need more sponsors so we can upgrade to pro, everyone.
If anyone wants to sponsor us so we can upgrade to Zoom Pro, that would be That would be
Zoom,
swell.
Or Zoom, if you're willing to sponsor us.
Not a sponsor.
No, but
Yeah.
if they want to, I don't mind.
Oh yeah, no. If they want, I am not opposed to Zoom sponsoring the podcast. You're right. We're chasing after Manscaped for Cameron first. Thanks for that suggestion, Gary.
You're welcome.
I'm emailing them hard. Yeah.
You guys think you have the best tools? This is proof that you don't.
We have a test subject.
What do you have that's gas powered?
We have your Mount Kilimanjaro.
Your Mount Pikachu.
Everybody has their little bighorn, boys. Everybody has their little bighorn.
Wow.
I'm just picturing like the product development from Manscaped in the room next door, like trying to pull start, like.
I'm giving her all she got, Captain.
Well, on that note, guys, we better. Thanks everybody for listening. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and all that stuff. Instagram, and tell your friends. Give us a like. Give us a follow.
Thanks for the topics.
The reviews really help. Thanks for the Bush League topics tonight, and we'll catch you next time.
See you later, everyone.
See yous.
It's been a thin slice of heaven.
Didn't you go stick your head in the doghouse and get a surprise?
That's not technically a disaster.
I think it's pretty disastrous.
All right. So, thanks, Tyson, of course. So, this is what happened. So, again, we were at my in-laws, and we were looking after my aunt's dog. He was about 130-pound Alaskan Husky, and he had this dog house my dad built. Now, my dad is kind of known to go a little overkill. So he built this dog house that was big enough for two people to get in and sit up in it.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Why not? So anyway, we had the dog out, and we normally let him kind of like roam around to the garage because it was kind of warm. It was summer, and then we kind of hook him over to let him go over toward his dog house. Well, the dog did not want to go to the dog house. I was like, well, that's weird. So my wife says, well, you might as well get his food. We'll just leave him in the garage because he wanted to be there. And they couldn't figure out why he wouldn't go anywhere near it. So me, being me, said, oh, I'll just go grab the ball. So anyway, I walk over, and the hole out in the front of this dog house was probably like 3x3. It was huge.
It's like a garage.
It was almost like a
dog garage.
You should have seen it. It was massive. So anyway, I was like, all right. So I reached in to get the dog food because we put the dog dish inside so it wouldn't get any rain on it. And then I heard something. When I looked up, all of a sudden something hit me in the face, and I heard this weird hissing sound. I was like, what is that? I'm like, what? All of a sudden I'm like, why is there liquid on my face? I'm like, why is this liquid burning? Well, just happened.
liquid on my
Just happened to be there was a skunk in the doghouse.
title.
There was a skunk in the doghouse, and it sprayed me right in my face about a foot from my face.
Point blank range.
Blank. So I'm like, that burns. Oh, that smells. Oh, that burns. So anyway, I start coughing, and like, meanwhile, I turn to look at my wife and the dog, and they're both sitting over by the grass.
She's debating leaving you.
Well, she definitely was. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, it's burning. Like, it's not nice. So anyway, I'm like, give me some water. So I started running the hose, trying to wash my face off and trying to wash my mouth out, like, because it went right. Like, it was everywhere. It was terrible.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, I'm sitting there, and my father-in-law comes in, and he goes, what was that? And my wife goes, it was the most horrible sound ever. And it's like a hissing sound. He goes, and of course he's trying to be helpful, but like anybody else would be like, hey, you just got sprayed in the face by a skunk. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard. So anyway, he's kind of looking, and he goes, I'll go get some tomato paste or tomato whatever, tomato soup or whatever you're supposed to get.
And you're thinking, what? It's all you can think about is having a snack?
No, I'm thinking I just need to get the smell out of my head. So anyway, I dump this. I take the whole thing and dump it onto my head, and I start washing myself with it.
Oh, why can't there be a video of that?
We see that
And
happening.
and I'm still coughing and
Look like a scene from Carrie.
so then
Was your shirt off by any chance?
I threw it off after that.
I was wondering if the skunk mistook you for a bear or something.
Skunk's like, oh, it's the Canadian sweater. Canadian sweater.
So my wife goes and gets to her father. She goes, well, what are we going to do next? He goes, well, he's going to have to get in the shower. She goes, well, I don't want the house to smell. And he's like, well, what do you propose he does? So anyway,
Don't let him in the house.
she wasn't going to let me in the house. So anyway, I was wearing like, anyway, I was like, well, I'll go to the shower. So I run down to the shower and I get in and I start trying to wash this off. And it's like, it's still burning. And what I didn't realize was until later is that it's very highly toxic. And it like gave me a chemical burn above my eye and below, like on my cheek. The only reason I didn't get it in my eyes is because I wear glasses. And they figured that's the only thing that really saved my eyesight, because they said if it had gotten my eyes, it would have been 3 times worse.
You just wasted some of your life listening to the Bush League podcast. You must stop what you're doing right now. Like and subscribe and leave a 5-star rating. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and like us on Facebook.